Alright, what's up guys? My name is Cormac Downs and I'm just talking today just to introduce to our channel. This is a podcast channel and reaction channel and etc. Maybe gaming, who knows. So basically I'm Cormac Downs, I'm an athlete, runner, and this is...
My name's Mark Draper. I just go to the gym and do a bit of bodybuilding and stuff, and I do a bit of stocks and crypto, and I'm just interested in many things. So
an alpha.
Yeah,
and this is...
Oh, hi, hey guys, I'm Craig and I'm an athlete as well. I play futsal for Ireland. So
basically, the discussion of this podcast, we're going to talk about like different mental challenges and barriers of...
Why don't you put on silent?
No, it's not the same.
Sorry.
Obviously he's sexting.
okay. Let's talk about like
Mental tough, like what?
Do you find like when you go training, right?
Yeah.
If you have like a structured day, like where you had stuff to do. Okay, so like when you're going training, would you like prefer to have like a structured more day instead of like where you had nothing to do?
What did he say?
And then you have training, because normally when I have nothing to do, I just leave it off until like, I don't know, 5 or 6 o'clock. And then when I have a structured day, I just go for that hour.
So you're saying, do I prefer to have nothing to do? Like...
No, he's saying, do you prefer to have a structure in your daily routine?
Oh yeah, I personally prefer to have a structure because, like, to be honest, but when you have nothing to do, I think you procrastinate a bit more. Like, and you kind of think about you're training too much and stuff. Like, I mean, like you kind of, slack off a little bit. Like for example, to be honest with you, at the same time today, like I actually had a structure at the same time, and I even kind of was slacking off doing a run.
But then you just like sat down for a while. And you probably
I sat down for a while, and I think the structure on the day helped. Like coming back from college, I don't know. What do you think?
But yeah, what do you think, Greg?
What do you think? Well, it's different for me. Like, I prefer structure, but that's mainly because of my diabetes.
Yeah.
So kind of have to, my day has to be structured. Like I kind of have to prepare in different ways before training to get me through that training session.
Yeah.
So like, in terms of just say Cormac. So like Cormac can go out and smile and laugh at me.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
No, Cormac can just like, things will be different between me and him because he'll just go out and do what he has to do, whereas I have to like, I have to eat proper and make sure my sugar levels are at a certain level before I engage in any physical activity. And then like, if it's higher intensity, I'd eat more and make sure my sugars are higher just to try and balance it out so I can do the training session.
Nutrition's important aspect.
Very important.
Very important.
Yeah, there's not many athletes with diabetes really. I know there's one in bodybuilding, but that's pretty hard. Like how to do that, like how to structure it around and do that sort of stuff. Like,
Did you know Luke Modric is diabetic?
Is he going?
Promise.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
Jeez, and they won a Ballon d'Or, so
That's amazing. Yeah.
So what about you? What about you? Reverse the question on you, Mark.
What's mental challenges? What do you find are like mental challenges throughout a day? Like
mental challenges.
I
do you know if you had a structure and you just had an hour or two to do the training, like it's way easier to do it because you just have that little time slot. Like you can't be just sitting down watching YouTube and then like 4 or 5 hours pass and you're just like, oh fuck, I'm gonna go train now. Like when you do nothing, like you sit down and as I said for 4 or 5 hours, like,
and you almost not do it. Like,
and you're like, oh, I don't really want to go then. Like I'm almost prefer the structure. Like definitely. Jesus, there's some of the pet peeves I have in the gym though.
What?
Like there was this guy in the gym who he like, alright, this is weird. Like I just sometimes on a leg press I just take off my shoes because I can feel it better. Like,
What?
yeah.
What? Are you serious?
What did you say?
You take off your shoes on the leg press?
Yeah, but this
Why?
So I can feel it better because it's like
Because
it's like barefoot. But then there was this other guy deadlifting in the gym and he was like barefoot, and I was like, what? This is so weird. Because you do that in like your home gym, like and like he was in the public gym just doing that, like, and I was like what the fuck, like what's he doing, like?
If you were doing the leg press when you're barefoot and he's doing the same thing.
No, but I have socks on.
Yeah.
I have socks on.
Oh, like he had his toes.
He had his toes and all that.
Okay.
He had the socks off.
That's a different level. So
Yeah.
if those toes are out, that's
yeah.
That's a completely different.
Do you know
scenario.
if you're like in your gym, like, and someone had their socks hand shoes off and they just had their toes out. What the fuck, like?
You go over and lick them. No, I'm only just.
That's if you have a toe fetish.
Great, that is toe fetish. But yeah, would you find that a bit weird, like if you're in the gym?
Probably.
Whose phone is that? That's the second time it's gone off.
Yeah.
I would probably question.
Why? Is it because of the smell and stuff?
No, because it's just he has his toes out like, in a public gym. It's so I don't know. It's just so strange.
Imagine people that walk past that. There could be people spitting on the floor and he's walking it. His toes could be hairy and disgusting.
Yeah.
Just to put you off, you're going to lift the weight like, and you just see this dirty toe and you just drop the weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can I actually ask? Did you find any of you find like any mental challenges during like the COVID-19 pandemic, for example?
Oh, tons, yeah. Jeez, yeah, loads.
But did you like? I don't know. I'm weird because I actually found a lot of mental challenges. But when the actual pandemic started first, I actually was like really like ready to get into training.
Yeah.
Like I was actually well, that's for me personally because I felt like, you know, when there was such an amount of time that could be like with no competition, and I felt for me as an athlete, like I'm a middle distance runner, I felt like, oh, I could bank loads of training and when I get back then it'd be like I can get into it again.
It's different though. Like it all depends on your mentality, because like I know for myself, like I obviously didn't have any of my sport during, so all like,
as in you weren't able to meet up with people.
I wasn't able to go kick around the football
with people
indoor, meet up with anyone, so I kind of had to do the training on myself. So I kind of just like went to the gym, and then the gym closed down, so then I just had to try to work out from home, and then try to go out for runs. But there's only so much that you can do before you just get drained. Then I found myself not training at all. Like
you're unmotivated, were you? And stuff.
I was unmotivated, met this mental block, and just like did not train for like, I'd say a good 7 months.
Yeah, I think most people were like that with the gym closing, especially like. So I had to go on to like make a makeshift gym down like a ghetto gym down the farm, like with tires and scrap metal and stuff. That was a bit weird, like, okay, that was a bit weird, just not, like, interacting with anyone or just not having machines or anything, like, just going down, and I wasn't really that motivated, really, to do anything.
I mean, I think everyone's in the same boat, like, it's just a different time, no one expected it, and, like, no one knows how to react, but I think we're at the better side of it now, like, coming out of it, and we're all going to be able to do what we weren't able to do a lot more.
Yeah, but it did give you some positives, like you probably got into stuff that you didn't really.
I got into food. Like I gained weight. I was a hefty boy. I was weighed in at 75 kg, which is the heaviest I've been.
Jeez,
and now, like, since the gyms and stuff open back up, I can go on a diet again properly. I'm back down to 64. Like
that's down to managing and stuff, like.
Yeah, because my mentality is back. I just thought if we go into another lockdown.
Yeah.
It's going to go off. I don't think I'll be able. My mental state won't be.
I think that shows that a routine helps you, obviously.
Do you think we're going to go into another lockdown, or do you think we're just going to be?
Oh, so we're talking about this now.
Oh God.
Another lockdown?
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't think so.
The economy won't be financially won't be able to afford it.
Well as inflation is already crazy and everything. Do you know, buying food and stuff is crazy expensive, like.
Yes.
Us college students still be broke. Yeah.
We are broke.
College students are broke. Yeah.
No, for me personally, like, you know, during the COVID-19 pandemic, as I said, I really got into training. I gained a lot of fitness, but then I pretty much got injured a couple of times, and that fucking put me down. I'm telling you, it put me down. But I'm telling you, though.
What's wrong with you with all the accents and everything?
Anyway.
Okay, don't mind him.
As you can tell, we have a couple of weirdos in the room.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, no, with the whole like COVID thing though.
Yeah.
Nah, it's gonna we're not gonna go into another lockdown. I think we'll have restrictions for a long time, but we won't be locked up completely. I think like the restrictions will last until next year.
Oh, the masks are horrible.
I can't fucking breathe in my mask either.
I can't either, because you're like, imagine how bad it is for you, because you're breathing in and out your own air like all day.
I'm coughing up like a lunatic. Like everyone will be looking at me like, "Oh, you COVID?" It's not, like, it's a chest infection from the mask. Like,
can I actually ask you a question? Like, I know we generally talk about like mental barriers in sport. What for you is the hardest mental barrier in your own disciplines?
For both of us.
Yeah.
Well, mine is the diabetes.
Yes.
Because, like, as I said, so, like, I got diabetes in 2012. So I was 12 years
12
of
years
age,
old,
and I was like,
Yeah.
I say, like, I wasn't, like, at my peak, but I was pretty much playing a lot of sport, doing a lot of things, like...
Becoming a fit boy.
Yeah, basically. But then, like, around Christmas time when I was diagnosed as diabetic, then I kind of gave up sport for a year.
Oh, yes.
Out of a fear, like, the fear of the unknown. Like, I didn't know how to cope with it.
Mentally or physically? Both.
Both.
Both,
And
yeah.
then I didn't know how other people would react to it. As in, like, coaches. Like, because if they didn't know anything about it, like, would they play me? Would they not play me because of it? Like, and then I was just kind of worried about, like, dropping on the pitch if my sugar levels go too low.
And you embarrass yourself maybe, you think, or something like that.
Things like that, but, like, you overcome that, like, by talking to people and, like, talk to your coaches and, like, bring your coaches. I actually brought one of my coaches to the clinic with me for a checkup.
Oh,
So they could get more information on it, so they know how to deal with it,
that's good.
you know?
It's important to get advice from people that you look up to. No, it actually is though. It really is.
Medical professionals, is that what
Yeah.
you're trying to say?
So what's your worst mental barrier? Or what's your...
Do you know what? There's so many mental barriers for me personally in running. I don't know why. Like, I love running, and I personally already picked it up like 2 or 3 years ago. What? Go on.
Is it like a love kind of /hate?
It's a love-hate situation.
Yeah, love-hate relationship.
I fucking like 4 years ago or 5 years ago, I could hardly finish a 5k. Now I'm not saying I'm not the greatest athlete in the world, but I'm doing good now. Like not even going to mention my 5k PB because
Eventually on this channel you will see an Irish futsal player take on an Irish athletic person
in a 100 meter sprint.
In a 100 meter
You'll
sprint.
see that.
And you'll see this guy recording on the sideline and who's going to win.
And you're going to see me winning.
Anyway,
listen. Okay, so basically, what I'm trying to say to you is, for me personally, okay, I'm very proud of myself because I used to not be able to finish a 5k. So basically, I've run like 2:07 for 800, and I won't tell you all my PBs. I've run around 17 minutes of 5k, and it's all right. But I want to get better, obviously.
Yeah.
Because personally, in my family, there's a tradition of running. That's probably where it's coming. Yeah,
definitely for your family. Yeah,
like,
that's probably where it's coming from. I think that's where it's coming from. I always wanted to run. Sorry, go on, Mom.
Like when you say the tradition in your family, like is that where you got into running in the first place, or did you always just have a love for it?
I think I always had a love for it, but I never had the discipline.
Yeah.
Like I think personally, when we're young, we all want to flake up 100 meters and 200. We just want to run fast. Yeah. And I feel like people like myself, it's very hard. Like if you told me someone to go out and run 10k.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I dropped down with a heart attack.
I think when we were doing athletics over in DRC, like when we were trying to do the 800 meters, I think
and I tried to keep up with you and I nearly died.
Yeah,
most of us are like collapsing and like out of breath, like so.
You see, and that's the thing about it. Is like that just shows like. I mean, like, yeah, they were out of breath, but I mean, like, if any of you got training in, even for like a month, you'd automatically find it. It's just obvious.
So fitness is important, and
even for any sport, for bodybuilding, like you need some degree of cardiovascular strength.
Oh yeah,
and definitely for futsal.
Futsal is a different kind of fish.
I think with bodybuilding it's a bit weird though, because like you carry around 24/7, like with something like running or. Futsal, like
with futsal is more. I feel like it's futsal more anaerobic, like faster explosion.
It's faster explosion, but it's shorter sprints. So like
it bollocks you, I say.
So like the difference between like indoor and say outdoor on the pitch. So like outdoor on the pitch, you can take longer breaks. You don't always have to run. Yeah, whereas futsal, you have to you're constantly running.
It's more confined,
and the space is smaller, so you're running. It's a lot harder then to breathe and get used to the air as well. Like.
Yeah.
So a lot of problems occur, like,
There's just quite a lot of mental barriers running. I mean, I got injured a couple of times. I mean, and that, for me, getting injured, like, I got a really bad injury one time and I was out for like a month or two. and I got IT band syndrome, and that for me fucked me up mentally. I still feel a little bit even fucked up mentally over that.
You got what?
It's like IT band syndrome. It's down the side of your leg.
That's really
iliotibialis.
Yeah.
Your IT band, and I was running too hard every day. I burnt myself out, obviously.
And you're underweight as well.
And I was underweight, and I've learned you have to eat more as a rule. Any athletes.
And I'll tell you one thing: this guy eats.
No, you see, like I really do eat.
You really, I know.
No, but I have to because I'm naturally a skinny person.
No, because you're like 6 foot.
6 foot. I'm 6'1" or 2".
Yeah,
now,
6'1", and what do you know? 6.
I'm 72 kgs now.
Yeah,
I'm 71 kgs, but I'm 6 foot.
I'm not a liar. I'm liar than you.
Yeah, but you're a little bit shorter than me. That's different.
No, what height are you, Craig?
5'8".
Okay,
yeah, you see, that's different. You see, that's BMI. That's around your BMI.
True.
You're probably ideal weight. I'm probably just about.
I'd say you're still underweight.
I'm only after
for 6'1",
I'm only after coming out of like overweight to underweight. So.
Yeah.
But they don't count in muscle mass for that.
They don't. That's the thing.
So like you could be overweight and you could be.
That's true. But yeah, I feel like that fucked me up anyway. Like that injury, and like ever since, like I mean, I take it way like a lot easier. And there's times even now where. When you know, like pushing certain runs, like I even feel like, oh, should I push or not, like, because I don't want to fuck myself up.
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's a bit weird.
Do you think you should have another interest outside of like your sport, just to take the edge off a bit? Like
I think having a fucking interest out of sport, your own sport. For me, athletics, I feel I don't know you, but it's like it actually feels like kind of like a drug, like. When you go out and run, like, and you run a race, like, for example, you want to better your time so much and you want to do well, and it's actually borderline, for some people, could become an obsession, I feel. And I feel like if you're don't have an outlet outside of that, you could burn out mentally.
Yeah, but, like, when you're saying that, then you're saying, so it's a good thing to have an obsession.
No, I'm not saying it's a good thing.
No, it's definitely not.
No.
No, like you shouldn't be obsessed with thinking about it 24/7, which is the worst.
No, because that'll break down your mental health.
But like, if you have an obsession and you don't get to where you want to be, like it's gonna break you down like completely. Yeah. So that's where you need another interest,
like,
maybe.
Yes, I mean, like for example, like for us, like when we're in college, I find being around these guys and just everyone in our course is so refreshing for me because like. It just takes your mind off. We be talking shit every day, and that just takes your mind off of it and stuff. You know what I mean?
No, it does. It takes the stress off. Like
it takes stress off. It's like it can become the shit house. It can become a lot, but it's I like
there's a lot of shit talking.
There's a lot of shit, but I find it takes my mind off running, and I even find like I don't talk about running as much, and that's good. And for any sport, it's good.
Well, like I used to be completely obsessed with like.
With body.
Yeah, with the point that I was looking at 24/7, which is bad. But then I got some other interests, like which is handy to have, like because if you just think about it 24/7, like you're going to get burnt out, obviously. Like so, it's just
Do you like what are your other interests?
Yeah, I was gonna say what are you?
Well, I suppose during lockdown, I didn't have much to do, so I just got into like stocks and crypto, which everyone else did. Like so. Which I said like
that's good.
Which I said like
I got into I went all esports. Out of it, esports and eating. They were my hobbies during lockdown.
Yeah.
I personally, I'll be honest, I didn't really find anything.
Yeah.
But I play the guitar and I do a bit of music, so I find like. For me personally, that's what I do to ease up.
Would you guys ever get into stocks or any crypto or anything?
God no.
No, you know I personally would. It's just like I actually don't have enough money to.
We're college students. We're broke. When it comes to stock, no, I have no interest. I don't like. If I understood it, maybe I don't understand anything.
I don't understand this, so
I wouldn't get involved with it. And plus, I'm too invested in other kind of sports.
By the way, I do have other interests. I got a few hours, like, but not a lot. Like, I'm actually obsessed with running.
You're starting the podcast, so
what? I'm starting a podcast too. That, but basically, no. For me personally, like, I actually I love running, but I used to be like properly looking up shit about all the time, and now I literally all I do is like get have a run to do, just do it.
Okay.
Now, I do think about it because there's times where you don't feel like doing it, but I do the run, and then I'm just like, okay, I want to go to my mates and play something or talk to them.
Yeah, you're not the point to be obsessed where you're looking at it.
No. Maybe every now and again, but that's alright. But he asked me, we're playing futsal tomorrow now in our college, like it's just recreational. Yeah. And basically, when he asked me, I have played soccer before. Like I actually played for my secondary school. Like it was last year. Yeah.
You played for your secondary school last year? You're in
Last
college?
No, like last year of secondary school.
Bit old, Cormac, bit old.
Yeah.
Bit old for that.
Sorry, I thought like
just went back into secondary school. Oh yeah, lads,
for some reason I thought secondary school was last year. College was flown by so much. I'm not really good at like getting around people. I'm just not good. I like to run, and I think that's actually why I started running, because I was running and I love running. Like, and what I actually, to be honest, as I was saying about why I wanted to run, was I actually turned up some trials for a local club. Like, they weren't trials, I just turned up to training. Yeah. And we were doing, what were those things called where you run up and down? Are you like,
suicides.
Suicide. Yeah. And I found I was able to like pretty much outdo a lot of lads. Now they were a bit older, but some of them weren't that old, and I was able to keep up with some very good lads. And I was like, I'm fit enough, like naturally.
They're horrible.
I know, but I didn't find them that bad, and it was pretty cold and shit. And you know, you'd find it hard in the cold, like. Yeah. And I basically was like, I'm gonna start running. Like, why not?
The last time I done suicides, I had a chest infection as well. As I said last year, and I nearly died after about 500 meters, and
Jesus,
I was gone out.
They're disgusting, aren't they? They're just awful things. Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna finish it up today, everyone. That's our first podcast. So I just want to thank Mr. Marco Draper and Mr. Craig O'Shea for being our podcast. I want you to like, subscribe, and comment any suggestions you want, and go down below that there will be some social media. Alright, so we'll be posting various podcasts throughout the week. I'd like to thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching.
We out.
Yeah.
Peace out.